number 3, we have a motion to approve the agenda.
Make a motion.
The second. All in favor, raise your right hand. Okay, public hearing. An ordinance adopting a redistricting plan for Dillon County, South Carolina, in compliance with the United States Constitution and the Constitution of the State of South Carolina, Section 49-90 of the South Carolina Code of Law, 1976 as amended, and the United States Voting Rights Act of 1965 as amended. Dillon County Council has determined to realign the electoral districts for the election of members of council in accordance with the federal decennial census of 2020. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 people that want to speak. You allow 3 minutes to speak. The first person to speak is Tony Grady.
Greetings to the members of council. 3 minutes is not that much time, but I'm going to attempt to do this. But before my 3 minutes begin, I was just wondering if there were any members of the delegation here, because they probably can help simplify this for me. Jackie Hayes or any of the other members? Okay, well, let me attempt to do this. I probably need to come on this side so I can see here. Do you have a ruler or something for me? Is there a ruler? I'm sorry.
Tony, you got mine working on this thing?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Thank you. I'll do the best I can. Okay, thank you again for having this public hearing. I just wanted to go over a few things and address my concerns with these things. If you all have the copy of the numbers right here, this exhibit A. And so, I want you to pay attention to the red lines, because the red lines are as it stands right now. Okay, and if you look at the exhibit A on the far right hand upper corner, you have the 2020 census count, and you have the deviations, rather not the population in each of these districts increase or decrease. And I want to use District 7 as an example real quick. This is District 7, right? And right here you will see the original line of District 7. And what has taken place is you had individuals right here move from District 7 and moved into District 4, which is Councilman Buzzy Flinkley's district. And so it would help us a lot to see where these numbers, what the demographics are of those numbers that would shift from District 1, not to Buzzy District, District 6, which is Councilman G. McLeod. Okay, and the reason why I'm concerned about that is because if you look at the numbers, District 6, G. McLeod District, he had a plus sign on it where there was overpopulated when you look at the total number of people that's in each of the districts. So right here, District 7, there was a negative deviation. And so when you have District 7 that is not populated to equal the total districts of each of the districts individually, why would you take individuals from District 7 when they need the people and move it into District 6? So I'm curious to know what was the demographics of those individuals. Especially concerns me because if you look at District 6G district again, you will see that District 3 somehow numbers from District 6, G number, were
3 minutes.
taken away. So you add from District 7 to G, and then you take away. That's what's going on here, and that's gerrymandering, and it's unconstitutional. And so I ask you all not to approve this matter.
Thank you for your
Thank you.
comment. Maggie Dunn is the next person to speak.
Can everyone hear me? Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. This redistricting plan is personal to me. It's a personal issue. I am Maggie Murphy Dunham, a resident of District 5, born and raised. Attended to school there, church, worked on the farm in the area, worked at South of the border. I commuted to Francis Marion College, undergrad student. I commuted to Francis Marion University as a grad student. I am a retired educator of 35 years. I chose education as a profession to make a difference in the lives of children. Upon retirement, I still have a dream of making a difference. County Council woman is an excellent position to be in to make a difference for the citizens of Dillon County. So on December 14th, I announced my candidacy for District 5 in the Dillon Herald. Shortly thereafter, Draft 2, which you see above my head, of a redistricting was being surfaced. Now, I regularly attend these meetings and I sit right about where I'm sitting tonight, but I'd heard no mention of redistricting until January 13th. First reading was passed. January 26th, I was here when the council sat around the table and had a workshop. Now, that January 13th meeting was like a blur. It was just blah, 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 something was said, and then they voted 6-1. Second meeting, less than 5 minutes was discussed. They used to discuss the redistricting. And so I counted kind of odd that, where's that stick, Tony? That, here's District 5. And I live right, if you can see on the map, the purple, you see the red line, but where the purple is right here, that I've been coincidentally, purposefully drawn out. Okay? Now, what I would like to also add is Chairman Finkley said at that workshop that he knew nothing about the map. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me which way they vote. I don't know that much about it. I haven't looked at it. And when I spoke with him personally, he continued to say, I don't know. I don't know that much about it. But I've been drawn out, and I have been drawn out by a quarter of a mile from the map that's drawn. And as I take my seat, I want to share Harlem. Dream Deferred by Langston Hughes. What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat or crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? Go ahead, number 3, you can be going. Maybe it just sags like a heavy load, or does it explode? Don't shatter my dream. Vote no. Thank you.
Okay, the next person to speak is
Decisions
Stephen
are
Harville.
made no matter what we say, to be honest with you. It's a politician.
Excuse me, Nancy Hargrove next.
I'm standing here for the citizens of Dillon. All right, we pay all of y'all salaries. But when you got ready to do this stuff, we didn't know anything about it until we took the meeting, y'all was voting on it. I don't understand this because, like I said, we are your constituents. We are the one that pays for you to come up here for this hour or so. and you're doing nothing. Some of you up here, you come and you vote, whichever way one person want to vote, they go that way. But the right way is God's way. And none of you are going God's way. You may be white and I may be black, but we are all God's children. Every one of us. There are no black and white, or there should not be. But there is up there on that council. There is. And it's obvious. Because if one votes that way, then all four of you going to vote that way. Because you're going against what black people or anybody else that's right, trying to live right, wants. And I don't understand it. But like she was saying, this redistricting is absolutely outlawed. You're doing what you have no business doing. I understand you got to do something with this census and stuff. I understand that. But do it the right way. The right way. And this is not the right way. I mean, I worked in the school system too for 27 years. And I know right from wrong. And this is wrong.
3 minutes.
You need to get your act together and do what we say you do. God bless you.
Thank you.
They work for themselves, not for you.
Amen.
Speak that clearly,
You
Joe.
got it.
I know. Politicians do.
What they do.
Whoever puts the most in their pocket is who they're voting for.
When we were at the last meeting, when we had the workshop and everything, it was said that you all would get together and look at these lines and have an actual workshop on that stuff. That's what I heard. Heard it sitting right here in this meeting. Now, what I'm saying is this right here. The right way to do it is all these council members that's sitting up here, get right down here to this table, pull out that district stuff, and let's do it right. Equally, fairly, and respectfully to each other. Now, the fact that we come in here and we're saying what we're saying, and no disrespect to some of you, but I want the citizens and everyone to pick up and notice the faces that are on some of you all as these people are up here speaking. Let's not do that. You're not going to disrespect these citizens right here, right before me. It's not going to happen. So let's straighten up our face first of all, because you work for them. And let's start making some right decisions around here. So if you don't want them to come in here with this foolishness and talk to you this way, then guess what? Straighten up your act. Now, right is right, wrong is wrong. All 7 of you, let's do right. We're not pointing one person out, we're pointing all of you out. Get down to that table, pull that district thing out, have a workshop. Actually talk. Actually be fair. Don't just come in here because you already know you got the 4 votes and just gonna do what you want to do. Now, I say again, once again, we're gonna pay attention. We're watching. I am. I will call you out. I will say what it is. And please don't let it hurt your feelings, because we can have dinner later. But right now we're handling business, and this business is for you all to cancel this what's going on, table this, and come back down to the table and do this thing what's right the way we're supposed to be doing it.
Right.
Now, you want Dillon County to grow? You want that budget to grow? You do right. You will have these citizens involved. You will have more people want to come down. All this drama will stop. You're not going to have people coming to your county as long as you got the drama going on. Satisfy the people first. You work for us. And if you don't understand that, you will understand it, because we're going to get you out of here. And you ain't got to tell us 3 minutes, because I'm going to leave.
Greetings, Mr. Chairman, Council, citizen of Dillon County. We thank you for allowing us to speak today at the issue at hand. It would have been great at this hearing if all 7 districts would have had a map of their district posted in front of their station, like other counties normally do at meetings such as redistricting. But that wasn't done. Apparently it was done by wasn't done by design. My question is, has the citizen of the proposed new redistricting have they been informed as in whether they are in the same district or out of the same
You don't
district,
know anything.
of each district? Also, with the proposed redistricting, does each council member know who has been removed out of their district and who hasn't been removed? And if the citizen that's been removed, have they been informed of where their new polling stations are? I think the question is no. And lastly, has council met, have all the council met to discuss the redistricting issues for the county, since only one of you was here since the last redistricting? All the rest of you are new, don't know nothing about redistricting. Has that council, or has council met to discuss the redistricting? Again, I think the answer is no. We need to come together, not only for a personal, I guess, council, but for Dillon County. And this is not it. You need to be doing things for the betterment of Dillon County. Mr. McLeod, at every meeting, pray that we are doing things for the betterment of Dillon County. At the end of the meeting, answer is no. We need to do what's right. Either you lead, follow, or get out the way.
Amen.
Last speaker is District Cook.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Just to echo some of the thoughts and expressions. Just to echo some of the thoughts and expressions that everyone else had stated before. You know, just hear the crowd of people. You know, the people not throwing no stones at anyone. I know a couple of people personally, but not throwing any stones. But you know, hear the crowd of people, understand what the people, engage with the people. Not saying that anyone's not. At the end of the day, be fair about it, be right about it, be able to lay down and sleep knowing that we have children coming up, children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, to the point where if I don't do right, it's going to come back on me and it'll affect my household. If you don't do right, everyone in here is going to affect your household. Whether you're right or wrong, whether you do good or bad, it's going to affect your household, your children, your grandchildren. So you can lay down, and if it don't affect you right then, 10, 20 years down the line, man, when your grandchildren going through some stuff and there's rezoning stuff and things not right, you know, we have to answer that. All right? And last but not least, I talked with my councilman, this internet out there, I know he says he's got it on, and I'm not calling you a lie, Chief. I don't do that. If I have a personal issue, I talk with you face to face. So I'm not disrespecting, not calling you a lie, but man, we need internet out there where we stay at. Church, bad, you know. When children out of school can't get internet, we have to pay for it, HughesNet and all that kind of stuff. And it's buffering in and out. Might take you 10 minutes to upload your school stuff. So my thing is, my question is, and my request, listen to us. You know, we really need that internet. You know, we want our children to grow. We want the communities to grow. We want people to be educated, move to the next level. We can't do it without internet. You know, calling on the phone and things of that nature. That was 10, 20 years ago. You know, we need the internet. Y'all have a blessed day.
You know, that's all our speakers. And number 5, our ordinance. Third reading, an ordinance adopting a redistricting plan for Dillon County, South Carolina, in compliance with the United States Constitution. The Constitution of the State of South Carolina, Section 4-9-90 of the South Carolina Code of Laws, 1976 is amended, and the United States Voting Rights Act of 1965 is amended. Dillon County Council has determined to realign the electoral districts for elections of members of council in accordance with the federal decennial census of 2020. This requires a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we table this vote until we at least have at least one workshop to talk about my concerns and concerns of the people. This map, I don't understand it. We hadn't talked about it, and my people want to know the answers to that. So I think we need to table this so we can do what's fair and legal for the people. That's my motion.
You work for the people, that's exactly right, my man. Like I said, if you don't.
No, I beat you to that motion. I made a motion that we table.
I second that motion, that we table it.
Now let's give us a vote.
It's a motion, and the table has been seconded. Any discussion?
Yes, I also have discussion as well.
Now let's give us a vote.
When you leave your seat, now, you're not acting as a
Listen, I said I have discussion. You asked me if I had discussion, so I have some. I can state. Good afternoon to the citizens and to this council that we have the privilege of working with under these circumstances. You know, it's sad that we have to go through these speeches every meeting. Most of us proclaim to be Christians, and we don't even carry out Christian responsibilities. First, one commandment is loving your neighbor like yourself. Is this the way you love your neighbor? This the way you love your children? 1 Corinthians chapter 13 talks about, the Apostle Paul says, when I was a child, I thought as a child. When I became a man, I put away childish things. And I am the business. You guys are up here. You have retired law enforcement. You have entrepreneurs up here. You have people that work at the prison up here. You have an educator that's been up here, retired 26, 30 years in the school system. And we can't work no better than this to serve the citizens. I'm the youngest person sitting on this council. And it is absurd that we have council that are in agreement with passing something you don't know nothing about. Councilwoman Dawkins, have you been told how the redistrict process goes?
No, and asked several times.
Councilman Cloud?
No, sir.
I'm not going to ask you because I know you know. Finkley, Councilman Finkley, do you know anything about this process?
What?
Councilman Grice, you know anything about this process?
Ain't you always a Bible?
Councilman Miller, you know anything about this process? You know anything about this? About redistricting? About the changes that's going to come from this?
All I know is the state drew the lines and
But the state gave us an example of the lines. It is the job of the governing body of this county to sit down at this table and change these lines to best benefit and suit these citizens. And we have failed this county by not doing such. And we're here on the third reading to pass something that half of us know nothing about. I don't know anything about it. Nobody knows except for Councilman Moody.
If I'm good with the lines, I'm gonna vote for it.
How you do it? You don't even know what the lines are.
I can read them out.
Explain it to me.
They do it too. But the lines are not just a direct reflection of what Stevie Grice wants. It has to be what the citizens of Dillon County want. This is going to plague us 10 years, hopefully, after you gone. It's going to still plague the citizens of this counmy. And it's our job to make sure that we are properly representing the citizens. Your district bumps my district bumps the next person's district, and it's only right that we handle this business and make sure that each councilman or councilwoman is in agreement with the changes that we made. You heard the cry from somebody, and I'm not saying it just because she's my mother-in-law. If I didn't know her, I'd say the same thing. She's been in that district for 30 years, and all of a sudden that she's going to run, and there's an intimidation factor, all of a sudden her house is cut out one block before you get to it. Let's be serious, guys.
We're talking about redistricting line. Why don't you go by the lines and move in your district?
We didn't address that. My point is that we've addressed this several times, and I'm not addressing it. We are here to handle business for the citizens of Dillon County. It is time that we put the foolishness aside and start handling business for the citizens. Yeah, people are tired of
what you are for your family being in office.
That's exactly how.
It's a click in Dillon County. It's been a click in Dillon County. Slowly the click's fading away.
He's not on the agenda, but he's a voting citizen, and it's his right, and you can't hit the gavel on me because I got just as much power as you, and I'm not doing it.
30 years ago, I was promised by that man right there, and I've been lied to for 30 years.
Who are you addressing, sir?
I'm addressing you. Mr. Moody, you came to my house 30 years ago, and told me you were running for council. If I would vote for you, you would help me get a paved road in front of my house. 30 years later, the kids are still walking in the mud with that bus.
Yeah, tell him to come in here.
You scared? You ain't done nothing for Dillon County. You ain't done nothing for Hamer.
You ain't gonna need to call the deputy for a problem that y'all created. The deputy didn't do this. Y'all did this.
One more time, I want him to leave.
Well, he's on my time and he's fine with me.
You won't even talk to you.
I don't want to hear the truth.
Now you talking.
Especially that.
It's time out for hiding behind trying to control these citizens. Do your job and you won't get him out. It ain't gonna be this man ain't doing nothing wrong, he's voicing his opinion. And I'm at the podium, I ask for time, he's on my time, he ain't bothering me.
Now you talking.
Especially when they're.
Let's see if we can remove this citizen out of this room who's speaking.
Thank you. Hopefully the crowd of citizens will be heard. If not, the next step is we need to hire an attorney and get rid of some of these folks. Thank you.
There it is. Mr. Chairman?
We have a motion, the table, and it's been seconded. We've had discussion. All in favor of tabling the motion, raise your right hand.
Oh my God.
I'll make a motion to pass the third reading of the map.
Oh my God.
Third reading.
Oh, Jesus.
Y'all have to quiet down so we can get this meeting on, right? I'm gonna have to clear the room.
My regular decision has been made.
You have
Oh my God. Black
the third reading.
I made a motion.
Is there a second?
It's always like.
It's not black versus right.
All in favor of having the third reading, raise your right hand.
There you go.
It's a lot. Oh, yeah.
There you go. That's it.
Racism is alive.
We saw what we wanted. 18 minutes, there it is.
Thank y'all. Welcome to the meeting.
We're going to sign out.